Yesterday, I reached a breaking point with Victoria. I'm done with her constant judgment. The offer still stands if you want to go hang out at the hotel.
I think I need to sleep on it tonight because I need to gather myself and make arrangements. The clothes and even the money for the hotel.
You act like you have a whole wardrobe. You got like three pairs of panties, 2 pairs of socks, and a couple t-shirts. Like, what do you want?
I'm sorry, but you're not selling this to me. How can he sit there and say that I need to arrange what? You're a grown-ass man. You are able to do many things in life. Many things. And one of those things that you don't need is to arrange things to go spend some time with the woman that you want to marry, the woman that you claim to love. But yet he's out here saying this gibberish. I mean, last week I had to obviously, run game on man because at the end of the day, what he was saying last week just was not acceptable. But this week, it hasn't got any better. Anybody that actually loves somebody would be taking better action than this. Women always say that they want a man to be a man, and there's so many men in this world that say that I am a man. But then when it comes to actually a woman finding a man that's a man, I guess it can become a little bit sticky. Or even allowing a man to be a man can also become a little bit sticky. But then at the same time, though, for a man to actually show that he has those traits of being a man, having those masculine traits, having those leadership traits, for some reason, the ones that say they have it don't seem to have it. That's not for everyone, of course. My point is this. He is not in a position where she is stopping him from being masculine. She's actually trying to encourage him to be masculine. She's encouraging him to be a leader. She's encouraging him to make his own choices. But he keeps on saying no. I gotta do that for YouTube, you know what I mean? But you get the gist of what I just did there. So the point being is that, Chidi, when are you gonna start being a man?
That's and quite humiliating, actually, that you'd use that excuse that you have to prepare. That's quite pathetic.
I tried explaining things to her about my vow and that I need to avoid temptations.
Temptations. This is exactly what he was talking about last week, and I'm still not having this whole temptation BS. Anybody in this world, whether you're a man or a woman, you will know how to handle yourself when temptation comes. You don't always have to dive in. If he's true to his word, he doesn't need to worry about being with her and things going down. And at the end of the day, if he actually made the choice on his own accord without speaking to nobody else, and he spent the night with his woman in a hotel, if she was to try and move to him and try and make some sort of sexual advances, that would let him know that she's not a good woman for him. But instead of doing that, he's avoiding it. Do I believe that she should put it onto him and respect his wishes? I honestly do believe that she would respect his wishes. Look at it this way, okay? Niles, on the other hand, okay, he had his woman in Ghana, right, Matilda. She tried to lay the smackdown on him in the bedroom, and he said, no, we're not doing this. And the next day she was like, what happened? He was like, because I'd rather wait until we got married, because in the past I've had too much intimacy, and because I've had intimacy, and then what's happened is that women have then wanted it multiple times. But don't worry, we will get to that video itself in particular. And boy, is that video going to be juicy. But the matter of the fact is this. Niles is living proof that a man can withhold his temptations. So him talking about temptations is utter garbage. But we continue.
Can also discuss it with my sibling.
That's messed up. So it's like I'm dating 3 people. Playing these little games. Chidi, I'm looking for a man. I'm looking for a man that can make his own decisions and move on. Do you realize if you had already given me everything that I wanted, I would have dropped everything in my existence for you?
I just want to say a very simple thing. The line that she just dropped right there is exactly what I'm talking about. If he would just be the leader that she wants him to be, if he could just make the choices on his own accord the way she wants him to be, rather than rely on his sister, she would lay down and be like, hey, whatever you want, I will give it to you. Because everybody should know this now. I don't care who you are, what your point of view is in this world, okay? Whether you're an independent person or somebody who's like, oh, we don't need men, I'm telling you this now. All women want the same thing from a man, and that is a very, very simple thing. A man that can come into their life and say, hey, babe, I'm taking charge. Don't worry about anything. I'm always going to have you covered. I'm always going to make sure that I'm ahead of the game. I'm going to make sure that you can relax. You can relax with the decision making. Of course, I'll let you make the decisions on things that you want to make decisions on. I don't know, whether that be how you want to decorate the house, whether that would be maybe what hotel you want us to stay in. It could be anything. It depends, of course, on the woman. You know what I'm saying, okay? But the matter of fact is this, all women want a man to come in and say, listen, you're going to respect me. I've said it before and I say it again. If your woman doesn't respect you, leave or up your game. A woman respecting a man is so much more important than a woman loving a man. When she respects you, she will love you conditionally. When she doesn't respect you, she will love you unconditionally. You know why? Because at the end of the day, when women are born, generally speaking, okay, for the most part, women are already taught how to love. They are brought into a world of love. TLC, 10 loving kids, they know how to look after, okay? That's why they love to have kids and look after them and have a man to look after and love him. Love is not something that comes hard to women. You know what I'm saying, okay? Not all women, but for the most part. Love comes a bit harder for men because we're taught with the moment that we're raised how to be chasers, how to be grinders, how to go out there and money, how to go out there and do all these things. So when it comes to us actually falling in love, oh boy, it hits hard. And then when it comes to the heart being broken, oh, it hurts so much. That's not to say it's worse for men than it is for women. My point being is that Rayne is laying it down for this man right here, right now, saying to him, just make the choice. I want to respect you. I want you more. Just let me respect you. So make the choice. And he says, nah, I ain't doing that.
You're moving out. How is it going to help our relationship?
I feel like an intruder. One, an intruder in your pants, and two, an intruder in the house.
Babe, I don't want you to leave.
Well, it doesn't matter about what you want. Like I said, it's all about action. We can't even be in the same room, okay?
Wait.
Make sure your sister won't go over there and check on me either.
It's all about action, action, action. He has a lot of things to come out of his mouth, but when it comes to the action does not come into place. And this is why I've always said that a woman will always respect a man that is about his action. She will love a man that will say what he's going to say, but she will never respect a man that only speaks. She will always respect. But look at it this way, right? Look at it this way. Your man, listen, end of the day, a man could come in your life and say to you, I love you, babe. Oh, I want you, all that kind of stuff, you know, say all the things that are necessary. He could sit there and be like, you know what? One day I'm going to take you somewhere nice and romantic. We're going to have flowers on the floor and then we're going to have flowers on all these romantic things, right? But you see the problem with that statement? One day I'm going to take you somewhere, we're going to do this. Listen, men that are not men will happily tell you your fantasy, but the action never applies. So therefore, some women will stick around for the hope that it's going to happen at some point. But in that time, if she has the hope, she's not respecting him. Do you know why she's not respecting him? Because she's become used to the idea of him saying things, but it not following up. But still has this hope, because some people just have hope in life due to potentially their own self-esteem, their own insecurities. It could be anything. But if a man says, there's a difference here. Let's say, for example, you're sitting there, you're chilling there. Your boo rings you up. Hey, babe, I'm going to pick you up at this time. Get ready, do. In fact, he could text you, be like, hey, babe, I want you to wear something that is sporty. I'm taking you somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Boom, spontaneous. And also he's doing the action. He's not even telling you what you're doing. He's just telling you, I'm picking you up. Let's go somewhere. Hey, babe, text you. Okay, I'm going to come pick up at this time. Make sure you're wearing something nice. Okay? Maybe something casual, not too that casual. You know what I'm saying? A man that can even give you directions of what you should be wearing. Now that's yeah. He's him. He's him. But you ain't getting enough of me, you know what I'm saying? But a man that's going to sit there and say to you, hey, babe, I love you. Hey, babe, you doing this. No, hey, why are you telling her for? Where's your action? Where's your actions? But it's so sad because, like, she's made the life so easy for him in this situation, but he's not taking it. And you know why he's not taking it? We're going to get to that.
You enjoy the fact that she's checking on you and making
She's my sister. She has the right to check up on me.
I don't.
All the time she comes to mom the room and clean up everything.
She's an intruder, okay?
That's why, because he is comfortable with the idea that his sister looks after him. Instead of being a mama's boy, he's a sister's boy. Can you imagine? He's a sister's boy. It's either that or he just generally doesn't love her and he's just using her to be on the show. How about that twist? Which, to be fair, is something that we will speak about later on in this week, because I've got something that kind of puts us in a position where we can sit there and say, I think this man is only with her because he wanted to be on the show. But we'll get to that one. But for now, we're going to sit and say that maybe he's a sister's boy. And let's be real, any woman that's been out with or currently is with the mama's boy, well, need I say anything else?
With yourself. She's controlling Chidi. That's why she's always checking on him. And I'm the bad guy for trying to break him free.
How do you resolve this?
I'm not going to resolve it. I've tried.
Remember before you're coming, you already told me that you can't cope
There's a
with
reason.
her. You said you can't cope with sisters.
Shut up, Chidi.
Now, I'm going to say this, despite the fact that she's not getting anywhere, and obviously she's talking to a brick wall and she's not getting the response that she's getting, there's no need for her to scoop to the level of then starting to disrespect. Disrespect is the point where it gets peak for you. To be fair, the fact that she got to the point where she started to speak to him with such utter disrespect, that's the moment that I said to myself, I know what I'm saying is correct, that this woman does not respect this man, and she has tried and tried and tried and tried, but no matter how many times she tries, it's not working. So now she scoops to her Rayne level, and that is absolutely going nuts with it, sadly so. If only she knew how to keep her composure, if only she knew how to be mature, if only she knew how to respond in a way that says, you know what, I'm too good for this. Instead of her responding in a way that says, I'm too good for this, she responds in a way of like, oh, why does this always freaking happen to me? What is wrong with my life? Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. That right there was a pure projection, and it's not acceptable. Absolutely not acceptable. If I was in this situation, which I wouldn't be because I'm not him, but if I was in a situation, a slightly different situation where somebody tells me to shut up, understand this, I'm walking away and you'll never see me again. I don't need to be around you. I will not tolerate no disrespect. If I'm not disrespecting you, then I'm going to bounce. As simple as 1, 2, 3. There is no second chances with me. I'm going to lie to you. You tell me to shut up. You tell me to F off. You say anything whatsoever that implies you're being disrespectful to me when I've never done it to you in any kind of way. It was nice knowing you. Best luck in your future endeavors. Okay, whatever.
I am beginning to believe that Rayne's problem with my sister has nothing to do with my sister, nor anyone else. This problem is deeply rooted in her.
You know what? And this is my issue, Chidi. He always says things, right, that seem quite intelligent. But here's the thing. So if that's what he believes, why doesn't he find a way to calm down the situation? Now, I'm not saying it's easy because obviously right now she is rooted. But he already knew. He already knew that she had issues with his sister. So what my question is, why didn't he try and comfort that area? Why didn't he try and make that area a little bit more better than what it is? We continue.
You know, just see how he yelled at me? I'm done with him. Okay, when he said he would stick up for me, like I said, even if it's family, you need to tell them when they're wrong.
Why are you talking to him?
It's
the way you cuss him.
Why are you inviting me?
It's the way you yell at him.
Why did you invite me if you hate me? Well,
of course you know.
I love you. Come over. We want you.
Of course you know.
I don't like you because you do this and that. Okay, I'm done.
I mean, I'm gonna lie to you. In this situation here, my brother here, he's lucky that he's blind, because I would have not have liked to have seen the side of her at that moment in time. Nah, there's no need for that. This is the problem. Her biggest problem is that she doesn't know when to walk away. Her biggest problem is she doesn't know when to step out. She should have walked away and stepped out at this moment in time. She should have never stayed in this house. The moment that she felt and she knew that this relationship was done and dusted and she wasn't going to get what she wanted or what she required from this man is the moment that she should have walked out in peace. Not this way. Not this way whatsoever, because now you got two people who are both wrong. In their own wrong ways. Yeah. It's such a shame. It's such a shame that we're dealing with a woman that is completely unhinged, but yet gives this man opportunities to be a man. But then we're dealing with a man that knows how to say things very calm and collected, but his actions are absolute poop. It tells you right then and there that these two are never going to work, because that means their communication style was never going to be compatible. Because what you needed in this relationship was for one of them to be you needed one of them, and that one person should have really been Chidi. I always say this should be the man, but you needed the person that was going to really dumb down this, not dumb, that was going to control the situation so it was respectful. If I'm in this situation right now, which I never would be, but if I'm in a situation where somebody's now raising their voice or speaking to me in a way that is whatever, listen, like I said before, it's very simple. I'm gonna walk away. But if it's a case of where, let's say it's a case like this where this person isn't leaving and they're still here and they're still causing havoc. Listen, I'm having that conversation. I'm like, hold on a minute. You need to calm yourself down. If you can't calm yourself down, that is fine. I'm just gonna leave. If you want to have a conversation, calm yourself down. If you need a couple of minutes, if you need to go away, go for a walk or do something, and then come back, and once you're calm and collected, we can do that. But I am not having this conversation with you whilst you're like this. Because one thing that I don't want is, I don't want to feel like now I have to start projecting my voice over your voice, because I'm not having this who's the loudest war. Who's the loudest and who's getting, no, we're not doing that. We're going to speak like human beings, like adults. If you want to be an animal, you know what the zoo's at.
The fact that I'm delusional after all. Okay, if you can see that
Rayne all of a sudden decided she wanted to move out of my sister's place. I'm trying to plead with her and to talk her out of this idea.
better stick up.
Can somebody please explain to me why is he trying to talk her out? This idea is crazy because you see, he was trying to do it. The brother was trying to do it. What's wrong? Why is it so important for her to stick around? You can't handle somebody who's as unhinged as she is, clearly. And the crazy thing about Rayne is that she's obviously got a lot of things going on, but she's definitely one of those people that if you give her a reason to just, she's gonna, and this is the problem. But he's saying he wants her to stick around. Why? Why? It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. Did Chidi and the brother just wanted to stick around because the longer that she sticks around, the more filming they get, and the more filming they get, the more money they get? Huh? You never know, but we continue.
Here. You better stick up for me. Did I not always tell you that I always have a feeling about sisters? Will prove the feeling that I had the entire freaking time.
You know something, Rayne? Emotion is actually running hard.
I'm cool.
I just want us to resolve this.
No, there's nothing to resolve.
You know what the crazy thing is? The craziest thing is, this whole thing started because Rayne has an issue with the sister and the husband always getting involved. Now, it's predominantly the sister, but she doesn't like the fact that their whole conversations and their conflicts always involve outside parties. So in this situation where now the brother is trying to respectfully calm her down, I rate him trying to do it. The problem is though, you being there is the problem. You and your wife being there is part of the problem. So whatever you say, it doesn't matter how you say it, whether you come in a nice way or whatever, the woman isn't listening because she only wants to hear one voice, and that one voice is Chidi. That's why she sat there and said, oh, so this is a time where you can defend me. Show me you can defend me. Again, giving him another opportunity to step up and to be a leader. But he did not comply whatsoever. Instead, allowed the sister and the brother to continue talking for him, which is not going to make it any better because, like I said, her issue is with them. She doesn't want them there anymore. She wants just you too. Oh my goodness gracious me. Like, come on, that's not right. Also, I want to say this. Did anybody notice the baby crying throughout this scene as well? There were a few times when I was watching it, I had to pause it thinking, is there a baby outside just crying? I mean, I know no one's got a baby in my complex. And then I'm like, shh, oh yeah, the sister's got a kid. So it's actually quite crazy that this whole scene or part of this scene happened while there was a baby crying elsewhere in another room. I guess the baby was left on his own, but boy, you shouldn't have somebody like Rayne around if she's going to be doing all this madness when there's a child in the house. I can say that for sure. But then again, at the same time though, they should have let her leave the house as soon as she said she wanted to leave, because them letting her leave would have been better for the child. You know what I mean? Because at least the child doesn't have to expose to all this back and forth loud shouting. So really and truly, if I was a parent in that situation, I'm letting her leave ASAP because I'm not turning around my kid. Do around your kid, but you're not doing around mine. Do you see what I'm saying?
Do you understand? Let me tell you this. When Earth first started, and yeah, roll your eyes. Like I said, when Earth first started, it wasn't a program. Welcome to your program, okay?
Destroy.
I'm gonna lie to you, there's truth behind what she says though. There is a bit of truth behind what she says. It's just that she just thought the messages that we want to hear say it. Or was there a program before the Earth started though? Maybe there was. Maybe the idea was to have a whole world and then humans appear and then that was the beginning of the program. Probably that. You know what? Saying that though, actually no, I contest what she's saying now. Think about it. Otherwise, why are we all here for? Yeah. But I know what problem she's talking about, the system, the matrix, blah, 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 blah. Mine was a bit different. I'm just saying that obviously we was all brought here to obviously, you know, live life, which is a part of a program, but whatever.
A relationship that's taking you almost 5 years to build.
I know, you can say I destroyed it, but in the end you'll see the truth. Wish the best for you, but I'm done.
It's absurd to me. We are not yet married, and you are giving me the choice between you and my family.
Which is why you should let her go. It's not rocket science. I see, this is the thing, this is my issue with him. Every single episode he says all the things that we should be hearing him say, but he puts no actions to the things that he says. He's nothing but just a talker. And people that talk the talk, if you ask me, those people are also quite good at manipulating as well. Those people are quite good at controlling people too. Those people, the people that personally, I don't like being around. I don't like being around people that just say things and put no action behind it. You know, because, well, it's against who I am as a person. That's it. that's just the simple math behind that one. But in this situation right here, he can keep saying what he wants to say, but it seems to me as if he just says the right things because the cameras are rolling, knowing full well he's not going to make any actions.
I'm used to the pain, so I won't hurt for long. But I'm tired of going through the same thing with people. Even though he couldn't see me, he could hear my heart. And no matter what I said or done, nothing still wasn't enough.
Damn, that was boss. Even though you couldn't see me, because you could hear my heart. Damn. This one was all up. Hey, she was in love. She was hoping for this to really go somewhere. Meanwhile, he could care less. Because if he cared, this wouldn't have happened. But either way, though, you know what happens with some people? So some people, when they're emotionally hurt by something, they can act out and be absolutely berserk. But at the same time, though, those people who do act out absolutely berserk when they're emotionally hurt, generally speaking, that means they are generally berserk in the first place, you know? But the way she referenced to the fact that this is not the first time, and it's sad. It is sad to hear that obviously this isn't the first time, and obviously this is obviously hurting her even more because she was hoping that things would be different this time. But at the same time, though, you're speaking to this man for 5.5 years, and throughout those 5.5 years, you broke up a few times as well. And sometimes, I mean, listen, the signs were there that it wasn't going to work. So if anything, if she is truly hurt because of what's happened, she only has one person to blame, and that is herself, because she could have walked away so many times, but she didn't walk away over the 5.5 years. So the reality is this: what has happened, she should only take accountability from it and not sit there and say that this is necessarily his fault, all of it, or all of it is his fault. Food for thought. Nonetheless, don't let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.